Yeah, we are live right now. Yeah, just a sec. Yeah, tired of being asked to open the store within minutes of booting up the game? Yeah, I did. But yeah, I'm gonna play Mirage for a bit this time. I was feeling like doing a parkour stream, and I'm not gonna do that in Shadows because Shadows parkour is quite frankly not very good. So I'm gonna be playing Mirage again. Just a sec. Need to plug in my phone to charge it. Yeah, I eagerly await your muscle memory getting all screwed up from your prolonged exposure to Ganojo. But yeah, we're not playing Shadows today because I don't want to play Shadows right now. I'll probably finish the game on my own time. But yes, here we are. I gotta remember that this game has a manual jump, so... It's been, I've been playing Shadows for way too long, so... I need to remind myself that Mirage has a manual jump, so... Oh, and we have, like, actual, like, good parkour design. Like, we actually have, a place to use parkour in this game. I still think Baghdad is one of the better cities in the series for parkour. It's really, really good. Yeah, I just gotta remember that, Mirage actually does have a manual jump, so... I don't see how flat fields and small buildings with, little to interact with would make for bad parkour. Like, Baghdad is very well designed for parkour. It kind of sucks that Shadows is not very good in that regard. And I mean, people can use the historical accuracy excuse all they want, but like I've said before, Ubisoft has taken creative liberties when designing their worlds to facilitate parkour for almost 20 years. So, If Ubisoft really wanted to make Japan parkour friendly, they would have done it. They just didn't want to. Is Naue in any way sticky like Bassam before his bath? No, Naue is very sticky. Naue is very, very sticky. Bassam is way less sticky because we actually have far more tools to escape situations, like being able... Well, I mean, I guess technically you can manually jump from NSOs in Shadows. Yeah, you could do a manual jump from NSOs in Shadows, but, I don't know why, it feels really weird to use to me, like, half the time it doesn't work. Or just, like, it feels like there's, like, some kind of, like, input delay that doesn't exist in Mirage. I don't know, it just feels very inconsistent to use in Shadows to me compared to using it in Mirage, because we, like, actually have a manual jump in Mirage. Like, it's kind of funny, like, it's kind of weird to me that they're adding they're adding, stuff that a manual jump would do, like they're adding, like, things like what a manual jump would do in Shadows, but we don't have a full manual jump. So we're allowed to do a manual jump from non-standing objects, but we're not allowed to have a manual jump. Okay, that was my fault. And I'm gonna keep pushing for manual jump in Assassin's Creed. I'm going to keep pushing for it. And also for Ubisoft to just make, like, just design their worlds for parkour. Like, I'm sick and tired of people using the historical accuracy excuse for, like, oh, it's not historically accurate that Japan would provide a playground for parkour. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I literally do not care. Yeah, parkour is a core gameplay pillar of Assassin's Creed. You can't just cripple a core gameplay pillar because it's not historically accurate. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you can't just completely cripple a core gameplay pillar because it's not historically accurate. If Ubisoft really wanted to make Japan parkour friendly, they would have done it. I'm very tired of that excuse. And I do think it's an excuse. RPGs aren't about parkour, they're telling about... they're that makes up for its basic movement with a lot of battles. I really think that's really cool that you can, like, do that, like, roll from non-standing objects where you just do that, like... I don't know, I feel like it just I feel like the manual jump from NSOs just works better in Mirage. I feel like it just works better in Mirage than it does in Shadows. Also, there's a lot more instances to actually use the manual jump from NSOs in Mirage and in Shadows. Because, again, Mirage's world is actually designed for parkour. Yeah, Mirage's world is actually designed for parkour, so there's more instances to actually use it.
Got a spear in the back. Lucky I'm alive. Oh, it took all winter to heal.
Yeah, I'm just very tired of people using historical accuracy as a crutch. Again, as I do not think that it excuses crippling a core gameplay pillar of the franchise just because you want it to be historically accurate. I don't know, just make it, like, just design the worlds for parkour, just, like, don't, like... I don't really know what to say anymore, it's just... I'm very tired of seeing it get excused by being like, oh, it's not historically accurate enough. Who fucking gives a shit? Like, I'm sorry, Assassin's Creed isn't a historically accurate simulator. I don't give a fuck. Yes, there are aspects of the series that should stay historically accurate, but I don't think the setting... If the setting does not allow for good parkour design, then I think you're allowed to take creative liberties to make it parkour friendly. Because again, parkour is a key gameplay pillar of Assassin's Creed. I don't think it's right to completely cripple a core gameplay pillar because you want to be as historically accurate as possible. I truly do not give a fuck. Yeah, I'm glad historical accuracy matters when it comes to making a boring world to play the game in, but not when it comes to portraying the actual real people being used as characters in an RPG.
What? Hey! Hey!
Yeah. Like, I just want a reason to actually care about parkour in this series again. And Mirage has done a fantastic job. Sure, I don't think Mirage's parkour is perfect. I've said that many times, even with this update. But I think it's very clear to me that the Ubisoft Bordeaux devs care about feedback. And especially, again, they designed a world for parkour, but people just want to use more of the architecture. And that's what we got with the original height eject update. So we got the first parkour update, which was the height eject update, which pretty much opened up Baghdad's architecture even more than previously possible because we were allowed to gain height during ejects. They were pretty fucking useless when the base game came out. I'm not gonna lie, I think Mirage's parkour was mainly held together by the fantastic city design of Baghdad. It is very well designed for parkour, and that's not something I can say about Shadows. Even if all the mechanics were as complex and... Like, even if the mechanics in Shadows were as complex and, and fully manual, like the classic system, like, even if it was as fully complex and deep as the classic system of Assassin's Creed, it still wouldn't be good. because because the world just doesn't facilitate parkour. Yeah, I forgot you take damage from that.
Repent, or you will know God's wrath.
Yeah, it's very simple. Even if Shadows had all the mechanics that the classic games had, it still wouldn't be a good it still wouldn't be a good parkour. It still wouldn't have good parkour.
Oh no!
And the reason for that is because of the world design of Japan that they added. It still wouldn't be good. The thing that held Mirage's parkour together was the city design of Baghdad. I think parkour design just having all the mechanics. Well, I do think having all the mechanics is important. I think the other level to that is just making a map where we can actually use those mechanics to their full potential. And again, like I've stated before, I think Baghdad is like one of the better cities in the series for parkour, so because the devs actually wanted to design their world for people to traverse it using parkour. Even if the parkour when Mirage came out was very shallow and limited, what really held the game together was the city design of Baghdad. And Shadows just doesn't have anything like that, which is extremely disappointing. I just don't think a huge open world works for Assassin's Creed. I really don't think it does. Well, I very much do not enjoy Unity's parkour at all. I still think Paris is very well designed for parkour, and the movement mechanics that the developers actually made with Unity. Yeah, open world works for every game ever. Yeah, I don't think it does. I don't think open world works for Assassin's Creed. I really don't. Ubisoft has yet to prove to me that open world is a worthwhile addition for Assassin's Creed. I don't think it is. They've had 4 games to prove it to me, and they still haven't done it, so... Assassin's Creed works better when you actually have, like, a big urban environment to traverse. I feel like it could potentially work if you had, like, multiple, like, really big urban environments with good parkour design. I feel like that would probably take a long time, though, to implement all that stuff. But I feel like in the end it would probably be worth it. I just don't think Ubisoft is very interested in doing that.
Hey, hold on, you!
Like, see, there's parkourable obstacles, like, literally everywhere in Baghdad.
just passing through.
Hearken, all travelers and visitors! The Khalifa, please welcome you to the city of Baghdad. Frequent the bazaar.
يا إلهي ماذا؟
Better keep a low profile.
Citizen, have you heard sentiments expressed in sympathy to the rebels? Kind words to the enslaved who have deserted their masters as duty? The Ayun are seeking more reform.
Okay, I thought a parkour down would reach that, but I guess not.
ماذا؟ لابد
Like, I think at some point, to worry about historical accuracy. I just, like, don't give a fuck about, oh, well, Japan isn't historically accurate for facilitating parkour, so... Yeah, a character who can't even jump. Well, I mean, Bassam couldn't jump for the longest time until the Valley of Memory update came out last month, so... Actually, was it? No, it's almost been 2 months since Valley of Memory came out. It's actually been almost 2 months since Valley of Memory came out. I thought it was longer. It only feels like more time than 2 months has passed. Because the update came out on the 18th of November, I'm pretty sure. I think it was the 18th of November it came out, so it's been a little less than 2 months since Valley of Memory. Like, at that point, with the historical accuracy argument, I just don't give a fuck. Like, you can make... I think at some point, if you're crippling a core gameplay pillar because it's not historically accurate enough, I think at that point, you can just let a video game be a video game. I think at a certain point, you're just allowed to let a video game be a video game. Like, I don't care if it's not historically accurate for parkour. Make it parkour friendly. Assassin's Creed is my main resource for historical information. I can't afford it to be remotely historically inaccurate. Yeah. Honestly, who would want fun movement in their stealth parkour game? Exactly. Which again is why I said earlier, even if... That was cool. Anyway, even if even if Shadows had literally every single parkour mechanic from the older Assassin's Creed games, like the classic system, it would still not be fun to parkour around because the world just simply isn't designed for parkour. Like, take a look at this. There is so many cool obstacles here. I don't even think swinging is a thing. Yeah, Assassin's Creed would be much better if it had the same movement as the players in the Sim, or that the players have in the Sims. But it's just, yeah. I do like that, that backlit, or that backwards leap of faith I did into the haystack from the dive. Actually, yeah, I don't think swinging is a thing in Shadows. Like, I can't swing from obstacles, which is kind of weird. So, like, here I would just be able to do this, but you can't do that in Shadows. I don't understand why. Because it feels like, I don't know, it feels like the whole, they needed things to work, or they needed other things to work properly in Shadows, so they took swinging out. But, like, swinging is literally only you just hold R2, and then you just press forward. I don't understand how this simple action, like, breaks parts of Shadows. Maybe that's just me. I don't fully understand that. Because it's, like, such a simple action, too. Like, it's literally just, you hold parkour up, which in my case is right trigger. It's literally just parkour up, and then point in a direction. Like, it's literally that. I don't know how that breaks parts of Shadow's design, but maybe I don't understand. I don't understand it, actually. Maybe somebody can enlighten me on that. I don't know how that breaks the world design. I don't know how that breaks other mechanics in Shadows. I really don't. Because it's literally just parkour up and then you just hold a direction, so I don't see how that breaks Shadows mechanics. I really don't.
لا تثر غضبي أيها الكلب.
Yeah, it needs more boats. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the whole swinging thing where there's like because again, yeah, that was smooth until I fell. Or until you fell. Yeah. Upset. Like, I just... Oh. I'm just kind of like... Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I have other people here, but... I kind of just want to, like, have this parkour stream, but also at the same time, I kind of want to rant about a couple of things, so... I just kind of want to rant about a couple of things while I'm playing, so... Yeah. Mainly, I don't know, I think it's mainly just because I've been playing Shadows quite a bit recently. There are things that I like about Shadows, but like, overall, I don't think it's a very great game. Specifically, what I want to talk about, parkour, I don't think that Shadows is very good in that regard, especially when it comes to, like, actual world design. Like, it's just not very good. I would much rather prefer to parkour in this game, because Mirage has, like, actual good parkour design in its cities. And also we have a full manual jump now, so... Which Shadows still doesn't have. Yeah, Shadows' parkour is objectively better than Fire Emblem's. Oh yeah, there's also a mechanic that we discovered with Mirage recently. This is also where I want to show this, because if you do this, we found a pseudo hang to vault mechanic. So yeah, we found a pseudo hang to vault mechanic in Mirage using the freeform ejects and manual jump. So what you do here is if you go to a raised ledge and you jump at this raised ledge and you do a directional eject right when Basim hits the wall, this is happens if you do a directional eject right when Basim touches the wall. No, not this. Let's see if I can get it. Nope. Let me see this. I used to get this, like, pretty consistently, but yeah, this is what happens. There. That's what happens. So he'll do a vault over the ledge like you just saw right there. It's a timing-based thing. So if you... if you perform an eject right when Basim hits the wall, he'll vault over it. It's very inconsistent to get because it's a bug, but it's a nice mechanic to have. But it is not an intentional mechanic, it is very much a bug. So yeah, we have a kind of a pseudo hang to vault mechanic in this game now with the manual jump. I think it's probably the closest thing we have to like AC1's vaulting. So I think that's a decent comparison. I think it's more like AC1's vaulting mechanic. Except I'm pretty sure AC1's vaulting mechanic was just an unfinished mechanic that they kept in the game. I don't know why vaulting is even in AC1. I don't know, it feels very weird to use. I don't know, AC1's vaulting mechanic feels very weird to use because you can only use it in like a specific context when on a non-standing object. Which feels like they didn't finish it. It feels like they did not finish the vaulting mechanic and then they just put it in the game. Or they just left it in the game. Yeah, I haven't played Shadows yet, it's the only one I haven't. I think after Shadows, I think the only one I haven't played at this point is Valhalla. And I don't plan on playing Valhalla at any point, so... And then again, I also said I wasn't going to play Shadows, so... I ended up buying it because I got a $50 gift card, so... I was like, I might as well, because, I mean, the game's on sale. I'm not going to spend $70 on it. So... I basically ended up getting Shadows for free. I didn't have to spend any of my own money on it, so... Like, I figured I might as well, because if I'm going to criticize Shadows, I might as well play it. For the people that are like, oh, you can't criticize this game, you haven't played it yet. It's like, fine, I'll play it, I guess.
Hold on.
Like, I might as well play it. I mean, I'm mainly just playing it out of spite for those people, but there are things that I do like about Shadows, but overall, not that great. And I've also been playing Shadows for like the last few weeks, so I'm playing it for the last couple weeks, so yeah, I haven't played and streamed it and let me cringe in real time. Yeah, not the golf one. And I mean, I played every Assassin's Creed game, except maybe Did I play Rebellion? I think I played Rebellion. I can't remember. Rebellion was fucking awful, though. It was really terrible. So, yeah, I don't remember most of my time with Rebellion, because it was terrible. It wasn't very good at all. Which is the mobile game. Well, actually, the other mobile game. Because we still have Assassin's Creed Jade to worry about. I don't know when the hell that's coming out. They had that beta test like 3 years ago or whatever. It's been like 2 or 3 years since that beta test, and we've heard nothing about Jade. So I don't know what the hell they're doing with that game. I don't even know if it's still in development or they just like quietly canceled it because Ubisoft. Yeah, I was gonna say I prefer the older games parkour till it hurt my trigger finger, and now I'm fine with making this work. I disagree. I would still rather, honestly, I would still rather have parkour on hold R2 or on hold right trigger, because it just feels natural to me to have that. Having sprint on like toggle left stick feels very weird. I know that's like basically the industry standard nowadays, but the thing is that these games have absolutely no feedback whatsoever as to whether you're actually in sprint or not. So, having hold the left stick feels really weird because there's no actual feedback from the game as to whether you're actually in sprint or not. Where with when I hold the right trigger, I do have visual feedback because I'm holding the trigger button. So as long as I hold the trigger button down, I'm in sprints. I know I'm in sprints. And I can't predict when I go out of sprint suddenly when I click in left trigger or left stick. And even though toggle left stick being industry standard for sprint sucks. I hate it. I really don't like it in like almost every game. I would much rather just have hold right trigger for sprint. Which is exactly what I have it set to in both Mirage and Shadows. Though it is a little bit more difficult to make hold right trigger work for sprint in Shadows. Because there's like so many fucking bindings in Shadows. I just spend like an hour trying to rebind stuff to make everything work properly in Shadows for hold right trigger sprint. Yeah, I still prefer the classic parkour system over the RPG system. It's not very in depth at all. I mean, we have the manual jump now in Mirage and Freeform Eject, so it's like parkour's getting back to where it used to be, slowly but surely, hopefully. Yeah, no, this is what I meant to do. No. Whatever. Yeah, so we have this. No. I look forward to the next game having significantly worse parkour and then deciding that Assassin's Creed fans just don't want parkour anymore. I'm sure they'll do that. I'm sure they'll do that at some point. Yeah, the Black Flag remake is reportedly supposed to be closer to the RPG games, which I'm not looking forward to. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense in concept, but using the RPG, that's... I guess it kind of makes sense in concept, but like, I don't know. I know for sure that the Black Flag remake is not going to have a manual jump. I would be absolutely surprised if the Black Flag remake actually had manual jump. I would be very surprised if it did. I don't think it will, though. I would be absolutely surprised if it did. Yeah, I hope the Black Flag remake just doesn't have jumping at all. I'm almost tempted to get the Black Flag remake, but I don't know, I guess we'll see how they approach it with the RPG angle they're going.
Wait, what? Won't take long.
حتى الآن كأني كنت أحلم.
And I cannot resist the urge to just do the NSO dismount thing, because if we have a non-standing object right here, like poles, beams, rope, stuff like that, if you press diagonal, like if you hold a diagonal direction while on an NSO and then perform a manual jump, that's what happens. We dismount it like without getting fucking stuck on NSOs now. Without getting stuck on these objects anymore. So Basim is way less sticky now. And it's because we have a manual jump. Who would have known that a manual jump would have solved all of these issues? That was cool. I took a lot of damage from that though. That was nice. Still think he needs better transition from those objects. There you go. That was not who I wanted to target, but... Yeah, why does even the being detected feel better than it did in Shadows? I have no idea. I still think the stealth is way better in Shadows though. The stealth is still way better in Shadows though. Like, I think it is just objectively better. I don't think there's an argument that you can make.
As you were.
I mean, if I wanna play a game for stealth, I'm gonna choose Shadows. If I wanna play the game for parkour, I'm going to choose Mirage. Yeah, I forgot you can't go backwards.
No
Hey, you can't catch ledge backwards. I forgot about that. I think the catch ledge mechanic in Shadows is way better as well. Because we have full 360, yeah, we have full 360 degree catch ledge in Shadows, but we don't have it in Mirage.
Now you'll never make captain.
I do think that it is a little bit disappointing though that Shadows doesn't have social stealth. I think that would be way better. Shadows having social stealth would be way better. I don't know why the chase music is still playing. I don't know why the chase music is still playing. Maybe they're still investigating. I think they're still investigating. Yeah. Oh, they're still investigating, yeah. That's why the chase music is still playing. Usually I think it's a bug, but I think this time they're just they're still investigating. Yeah, well, it gives me good music to parkour to. Yeah, go after guards. I think they're... Yeah, they don't see me anymore, so... Oh. No, this is what I want to do. This is a cool mechanic. No. No. Oh, there's no ship in this game. Yeah, I really like the way Mirage looks. If there's one thing Ubisoft doesn't miss with is graphical fidelity. Well, most of the time. Most of the time they don't miss. I mean, at least when it comes to Assassin's Creed, they seem to put the most amount of effort into graphical fidelity. That was weird. Yeah, I'm not playing this on PC, so... I'm playing this on PS5, so... Yeah, Ubisoft games are usually pretty well optimized. Yeah, I heard Shadows was like really well optimized for PC. Like they did a really good job with the PC version of Shadows. But I'm not playing Shadows today because I played it way too much. The footprint in the deserts are way better than Origins and Shadows. I don't know if I agree with Origins. I still think Origins, I don't know, I like the vibe with Origins better. I think, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard Outlaws runs really well on whatever Switch it's on. Yeah, Ubisoft almost never nowadays releases a buggy, unoptimized mess. I mean, long gone are the days of games like Assassin's Creed Unity releasing. I don't think we're ever gonna get another release like Assassin's Creed Unity from Ubisoft. Like, Unity looks really good, and, like, I guess it kinda runs well, but, man, that game is buggy as fuck. Unity is beyond buggy. The addition of a manual jump in Mirage is so nice. It really is. I can't understate how much a manual jump helps for Mirage. It really does. It's such a nice feature to have. The fact it's been gone for 11 years, though, is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, large, Origins backstory is different, but large and Mirage is Basim, but new but small map. Yeah, it's, Mirage is, structured more like the traditional Assassin's Creed games. It's not a big, giant RPG, so it's supposed to be a more traditional Assassin's Creed game, which is nice. Like the ones that we had before Origins. Which is nice. I'll always appreciate that we occasionally get a more traditionally structured Assassin's Creed game like Mirage instead of just getting the big giant RPGs like Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, Like, I like RPGs, but I'm not totally a big fan of the RPG route for Assassin's Creed. I'm not a huge fan of it. But I did like Origins. I thought Origins was alright. Not my favorite game, but it's a pretty good one. I don't have many complaints about Origins. Though I prefer the traditional action-adventure style of Assassin's Creed, like the ones we had before Origins. So, obviously, I have a very... I would say I definitely have a... I would definitely say I have a bias towards Mirage, because it's a more traditionally structured Assassin's Creed game, so... I'm just not a big giant fan of the RPG Assassin's Creed games. Like, I liked parts of Odyssey, even though I don't really like that game overall. I liked Origins quite a bit, though. I thought Origins was probably the best one they've made so far. I would maybe revisit Origins at some point. I think that would be nice. I haven't played Origins in like 3 years, though. I think it's been like 3 or 4 years since I played Origins, so... I would have to reinstall that game. No, my favorite Assassin's Creed game... At least, well, in terms of the RPGs, I would say Origins is probably my favorite RPG AC game. In terms of just favorite game overall, I would say probably Assassin's Creed 2 or 1. I think 1 is really underrated. I play AC1 quite a lot, so I would definitely say AC1 is one of my favorite ones. I don't know if I like it more than 2 though. I would have to replay 2 again at some point. Actually, I do have the Ezio collection, so... I would definitely say my favorite AC is probably either AC1 or AC2. So... Kind of a generic choice, but I mean, what else can I say? I mean, AC1 and AC2 are just that good, so... I do think AC1 does get a little bit repetitive, but it's not terribly... It's not as bad as people say it is. It really isn't. I do think AC1 does get a little bit repetitive, though. It could use for some more varied missions, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as people say it is. Yeah, to be honest, I actually do kind of like the investigation mission structure of AC1. I kind of do like it. It has its own charm to it. Yeah, it's just with Brotherhood map and story. Yeah, all of the Ezio trilogy is worth playing, in my opinion. They are very good games. Yeah, I thought they worked in the same AC1 game and then enhanced it. Yeah, Mirage's mission structure in quite a few ways is actually very similar to AC1. I think it's a little bit more varied though, but overall, I think they did a good job with it. Apparently, there are some leaks that have come out. I think at some point. I can't remember when, but apparently there is supposed to be an AC1 remake in development, and it is supposed to be headed by the Mirage team, so I guess we'll see if those leaks and rumors are actually true or not. Because I would very much like to see how Ubisoft Bordeaux handles an AC1 remake. I don't think it really needs a remake, but... because I think AC1 is a very special game. I don't know if Ubisoft is equipped to handle an AC1 remake, though. I guess we'll see, though. But obviously, this is the, did they work in the same engine? I think it's, yeah, no, Mirage is made in the same engine as Valhalla, so, and I haven't played Valhalla, so, and I don't plan on playing it at any point, because it just doesn't look very interesting, so. Yeah, Mirage is made in the same engine as Valhalla. Yeah, I don't think they did as long as this one takes a huge leap in AC evolution. Yeah, I haven't really been particularly happy with Assassin's Creed in quite a while, so... I don't know, I just think some of the products they put out, like... I wasn't a big fan of Odyssey, I thought it was kind of mediocre. And then, they released Valhalla, which just doesn't look all that interesting. And what I've played of Shadows so far, aside from, like, maybe the stealth and some other small touches, I'm just not really a big fan of the RPG Assassin's Creed games, so... I'm just not a big fan of the RPG AC games. I prefer the more action-adventure style of Assassin's Creed, so... Mirage is probably the most fun I've had with an Assassin's Creed game in years, so... because it actually feels like Assassin's Creed, so... I mean, I had fun with Origins, but it's like... I don't know. Valhalla is another aspect of way of telling a story. Yeah, that is true, but the difference between Valhalla is it kind of just isn't really Assassin's Creed. I don't think it's really comparable to something like Black Flag, because Black Flag, well, yes, it is a very good pirate game, it also is still an Assassin's Creed game. Whereas, like, it tells an Assassin's Creed story, like, the gameplay and mechanics are very much still Assassin's Creed. But, yeah, Valhalla really isn't the same. Like, Black Flag is still very much an Assassin's Creed game that just happens to also be a very good pirate game. Whereas it feels like Valhalla is a very, like, it looks like a good Viking game, but it doesn't look like a very good Assassin's Creed game. So it pretty much has the opposite. It pretty much has the opposite of Black Flag. I don't think the two games are really comparable. Wait, what? I impressed parkour down there. That's so weird. I did not let go of that. I didn't even touch parkour down. That's so weird.
The Vizier. Hey! Pay for your pain! Holding it back! Yeah!
I say it's the governor.
Turn and face me!
Somebody find a one.
Go. Hey, that's your face on the poster.
لا تتمادى.
From here and far. Do you hope to make your home here? Note that Jafar is making
Soon I will go to be welcome. Did I ever tell you about the time that Amir went mad at the Sahib Ashartu? But I thought for sure everyone would die. Arguing about a dead horse for all things.
men have forgotten how to walk on fire.
پاسدار به حسابت میرسم.
Okay. That was my fault. It means I have product to consume before the announcement of next product. Yeah, I'm always happy.
I need to get rid of these. Yeah, I like the game better during the daytime, so...
كف أيها الحثالة. هل أنت مقتول أيها الشيطان؟
ما كل ذلك إذن؟
Message from Walid.
Okay. I think this is...
Just a flesh wound, but left a nasty scar.
I feel like I've dived down to this before. I don't know. I love that you can do that now. I love that you can do that now. Just and it's so dismount is so nice. Yeah, do that just because. Okay. Huh? That's weird.
Somewhere. What the? Go! Here, dog! Shit eater! What's happening? Worth check. Hey!
אני ממש לא מבינה מה...
How long until we get an Assassin's Creed kart racer? That would be funny.
ماذا يجري؟
Oh, fuck. Mm. To be... I'm just gonna do something first. So... There we go.
Nothing here for you.
Wait, what? How the mighty have fallen.
The game needs more suspicious Miko.
Go away!
Go in peace.
Really?
Help! That man is a killer! Stop him!
This is bad.
You saw nothing? Oh no, whistling is a thing in Shadows. I use it quite a bit. I still don't think it's a real replacement for... I mean, we have a bunch of tools in Shadows, but yeah, Odyssey and Valhalla kind of just rely on whistling to lure enemies, which kind of sucks. I remember Odyssey doesn't have like very many tools at all, so like most of the time you're just gonna be like either sniping people with a bow in stealth or whistling. Which is just very boring. Yeah, sniping people with a bow and stealth archer. Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with that clue. And yes, it is just as boring as playing stealth archer in Skyrim. Yeah, it's just a very elaborate Skyrim mod. Yeah, it really just works. Yeah, I think Odyssey stealth is really boring. Because again, your stealth mainly just relies on... Yeah, your stealth mainly just relies on using the bow. Which I find using a bow during stealth is just very boring, personally. And also just whistling to lure your enemies.
Taste death! Go!
See? Haha, look, the manual jump saved me. This is why manual jump is important. I was able to assassinate that guy. Yeah, if I didn't have a manual jump there, I wouldn't have been able to assassinate him. Like, I had just enough time to do a manual jump. Yeah, I had just enough time to... Yeah, a lot of people seem to underestimate how good movement is for just both, like, traversal, and it also has important implications in stealth. Like, if your movement system sucks, then the stealth isn't going to be very enjoyable. I think I have max notoriety. You need to tell me gameplay is important in a game. Yeah, like when you have bad movement, you don't have good stealth. Or at least Shadows does have good stealth, but sometimes, man, it is so frustrating how I try and get out of the way, or how I try and not be detected, and then, like, I can't get myself out of a sticky situation being detected because the fucking mechanics are just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to get myself out of detection range with the movement mechanics, but like, Naoe's so sticky that sometimes I'll just get detected because she fails to move out of the way. Like, what the fuck? Come on. And that is the most frustrating thing in existence. I can't get my... Yeah, every situation is sticky. Like, it's just... It's so frustrating. I'm so glad they finally fixed the fact that you're allowed to do a diagonal wall run on non-standing objects again. I remember they broke that when Valley of Memory came out. I don't know how they did it, but they broke it. So you couldn't do that. See ya. Hahaha. And I love the fact that you have a short window, or you, like, it's always important to me that you at least have some kind of window, or like some kind of window, no matter how, like, generous or small it is, that you're still able to assassinate somebody when they see you. Like, I don't think it's very fun where, I mean, it's kind of the same thing in Unity where, like, or it's kind of like the same thing in Unity where, if you, like, get detected, like, the second, like, the picosecond you get detected, Arno just immediately pulls out his weapon. Just so fucking stupid. Like, I'm right there. I believe it's the same in Valhalla as well. Like, I don't want to be in combat. Like, if I'm there, like, if I am there about to assassinate somebody and they see me, I feel like I should have a little bit of time to kill them before they alert somebody. Like, I'm right there, and the second they detect me, I suddenly... fucking dumb. And I know both... I know Unity does that, where it's like, don't have that window, and then you just like, it's just so fucking stupid. Like, I'm right there, but like, the second I get detected, I can't just like, still assassinate them before they alert anyone else. And Valhalla does that as well, where it's like, the second their assassin or their detection meter fills, Eivor just pulls out their fucking weapon. It's just so dumb. Like, don't do that, please. Like, at least give me a little bit of time before they're allowed to call somebody so I can still fucking assassinate them. Like this. Like, yeah, I got detected there, but I was still able to kill them. Because why wouldn't I be able to? I love that exploding knife upgrade. I love that exploding knife upgrade. It's so fun to use. Yeah, you were detected, so that means he knows every action you're gonna make. Like, it's just fucking stupid. I always find it super frustrating when games do that, where they just give you, like, no... Yeah, they just give you, like, no they give you no, like, grace period for when somebody detects you. Like, they just you can't just... You can't assassinate them for some fucking reason. You can't just... Yeah, I think it's just so dumb. Like, I definitely feel like you should still have some sort of window to assassinate or kill somebody when they spot you. Because it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, they're there. Yeah, your blade does too. What? Okay. Can't use a hidden blade if it's not hidden. That is actually one thing I do like about... There is, some kind of thing I would like, because, in AC1, and I always use this, in AC1, if, an enemy, like, detects you and sees you coming, like, sometimes you still have the opportunity to assassinate them, but, like, on higher level enemies, like, on higher, like, tier enemies, they will, just straight up deny your assassination, which is, actually what Shadows also does as well, which is nice. I like that. Which, I mean, I'm gonna keep that feature on, because there is a skill in Shadows that removes, the ability for enemies to deny your assassinations. and I'm not gonna waste points on that skill because I actually do like that. It also does remind me of AC1 a lot, so. Whereas like while you're doing stealth, like many of like the lower tier enemies won't be able to deny your assassination, but if the higher tier enemies see you coming, like if they see you about to kill them, then they will react and deny your assassination, which I actually do like that feature. It definitely feels like a better way to handle it than just like, oh, the game throws you into combat immediately. I hate that. It's definitely a better way to handle it than just the game throwing you immediately into combat when you get spotted. That is definitely a far better way to handle it.
Best I stay hidden.
Yeah, but Shadows also says that you can stab to the neck. Only did a portion of their health bar, and now it's their turn to attack. There is a one-shot assassinate option in the menu, so if you turn that on, you can assassinate somebody with the hidden blade in one shot, or with one assassination. But I'm not turning that on because I also want to experience the stealth the way the developers intended. So maybe on a second playthrough I'll do that, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing it on this playthrough. Or maybe after I finish the game I'll put on one-shot assassinates. It is nice that it is an option though, but I really don't like the idea that the hidden blade doesn't just immediately assassinate somebody. I really don't like that. I haven't been a fan of it since Origins, so... But hey, in Origins it wasn't an option to have one-shot assassinations. I think they added that in... I think it was Valhalla they added that. I can't remember if it was in Odyssey, I don't think it was. I think they added it in Valhalla, but again, I didn't play Valhalla, so... I actually can't remember if it was in Origins, I don't think it was. I don't think they had a one-shot assassinate option. I know Valhalla had it, and then Shadows also has it. Probably because they recognize that a large majority of the fan base of Assassin's Creed doesn't like the fact that the Hidden Blade doesn't one-shot assassinate. Mirage is a little bit different because it is one-shot assassinations, but the like the bounty hunter enemies or whatever, they don't go down in one hit, and I don't think they should. I think that makes sense. Oh, there's the new assassination animation. I forgot about that. Yeah, Shadows is better than Mirage because it's historically accurate to not have posters everywhere since the printing press hasn't been invented yet. I think they still have posters during that. I would imagine they still have posters. Like even if there wasn't the ability to make posters during this time, I don't really give a shit. Like, I really don't. Again, at this point, this is part of what makes the gameplay loop of classic Assassin's Creed fun to me. And this is supposed to be... Oh, these are just drawings. See, like, these are actually just, like, straight up drawings, so they're not actually, like, printed. They're not actually printed out. They're actually drawings. Again, I guess does make sense for the time period, but... even if it was just like printed posters and shit, like, I don't give a fuck. Because again, this is the gameplay loop of classic Assassin's Creed, which I find enjoyable. And again, at that point, I would just say to just let a video game be a video game. I don't care if it's historically inaccurate that posters are being put up. I don't give a fuck. If it supports the classic Assassin's Creed gameplay loop, I do not care if it's historically inaccurate. Yeah, I've already established how important Assassin's Creed historical accuracy is. Again, I would say that it's wrong to cripple. I would say that it's wrong to cripple the core gameplay loop of Assassin's Creed just because it isn't entirely historically accurate. I just don't give a fuck. At some point, you just have to let a video game be a video game. I do think historical accuracy is important in Assassin's Creed, but I don't think it's, like, majorly important. I do think that in some cases, you can just sacrifice historical accuracy to just have a fun video game. That was weird. Yeah, something Animus glitch. I do think there are some cases where you can take creative liberties and sacrifice historical accuracy to just make a fun video game. I don't think Baghdad is entirely historically accurate, but also, then again, Baghdad is a city that's been lost to time, so, well, most of it. So, I mean, the devs are allowed to take creative liberties in how they portray things, so. And again, it's the exact same argument that I have with Japan. It's the same argument that I have with Japan and Shadows. It's like, I don't care that Japan isn't historically accurate for facilitating parkour. Like, you can take creative liberties. I don't give a fuck. I really do not care that it's not historically accurate enough. I don't think it's acceptable to cripple a core gameplay loop or core gameplay pillar of Assassin's Creed just because it's not historically accurate. I think it's silly. If Ubisoft really wanted to make Japan parkour friendly, they would have. They just didn't want to. Because I guess historical accuracy is more important than providing a fun game. And I mean, Shadows is fun in some respects, but not the parkour. The parkour is not very fun.
مشكلتك؟ هذا ليس من الحكمة بالتأكيد.
Oh wait, I am in the round city. I need to not be here because of the screen tearing. Yeah, just like that one game about playing cars during the War of the Roses. No, all video games must be 100% accurate to real life. Yeah, I very heavily disagree with that. So yeah, we're gonna... Yeah, so we basically have controlled descent. There we go. Yeah, you disagree. Your disagreement is historically inaccurate. Yeah, I just don't think it's an excuse that Assassin's Creed can really use. Like, oh, we completely gimped a core gameplay pillar because it's not historically accurate. I don't care. If Ubisoft wants to make... If Ubisoft wanted to make Japan parkour friendly, they would have done it. They've been doing it for almost 20 years, so... Yeah, and besides, it says that it's based on real-life history. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate. All these games say that they're based on real-life historical or history. They don't say that it has to be 100% accurate. I think you're allowed to change things around to make the architecture more parkour friendly. I think you're allowed, I definitely think you're allowed to change the architecture around a little bit to be more parkour friendly in your video game series that focuses primarily on stealth and parkour. Because that's what Assassin's Creed is. It's a stealth parkour game. That's it. The two gameplay pillars of Assassin's Creed that matter the most are stealth and parkour. That's how it's always been. if you have good stealth and good parkour, then you have a good game. At least on the gameplay side. That is also literally a simulation and not a real thing, exactly. Yeah, it's supposed to be a simulation of real history. It's not supposed to be 100% accurate. Because may I remind people that you're not actually in this fucking time period. You're not actually exploring this time period, like, legitimately. No, you're viewing it through a fucking machine, so... Yeah, just to let people know, you're not actually in 9th century Baghdad. You're viewing this through a fucking machine.
Hunger for discovery. Then be sure to visit the House of Wisdom, where Sheikh al-Razi will be delivering a lecture on small
I think historical accuracy is important to a certain extent, but I do think that there are times when you can just let a video game be a video game. Especially if you think that the setting betrays one of the core pillars of the series, I think you're allowed to take creative liberties to ensure that it doesn't. Because again, parkour is a core gameplay pillar of Assassin's Creed, so... I think if the setting that you want disrupts that, I think you can take a little bit of creative liberty. Yeah, I do think that there are times where historical accuracy does matter, and times where it doesn't.
I am not here.
أيها الأبله اللعين كف عن ذلك.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is also fun. I like doing this.
Citizens! Do you fear your child may sicken? Are you anxious for their comfort? The Khalifa encourages you.
סביל, מה עובר עליך? He's the killer!
Damn.
Not the wisest.
Don't want you here. Stop right there. Wait, what? I'll silence you.
أيها الأدب اللعين.
أيها السيد!
Hey, that got you.
I'll summon aid.
There.
Oh, fuck.
decency these days. عمل رسوم للحدة والصبيان الحق.
Wait, what?
Help! Murder!
Hey, stop!
Murderer
You look familiar.
I, for one, am outraged.
هناك ما يكفي لإشباع جيش. Another time. You're dead, bro. You think you can escape? Got you!
Oh shit.
There you are!
Fate calls.
ما speaking زين.
ما مشكلتك؟
Time to move.
Yeah, man.
Leave him!
Please note that a musical competition will be held tomorrow evening and be open to the public. Artist features will include the students from Arif and Makmuria. Citizens, in light of recent...
Stop! Grant me strength! Pay attention to your master, dog! Got you!
لما سيكون متجري موضع حسد في
Yeah, and then I'm gonna play Shadows later, and I'm gonna completely forget Shadows doesn't have a manual jump. Yeah, that's what it's gonna feel like. I'm gonna go back to Shadows, and then I'm gonna forget that it doesn't have a manual jump.
I know that place!
Yeah, I remember Shadows doesn't have a manual jump just in time to go back to Mirage. I'm never going to not push for a manual jump to be in every subsequent Assassin's Creed game. Since we do have it in Mirage, it's been 11 years since the last Assassin's Creed game that had a manual jump. And it's an Assassin's Creed game I hate. And that game is Unity. I don't like Unity. I'm gonna have to record another parkour run in Mirage later. I'm not gonna do it in Shadows, because, again, I don't like Shadows' parkour. It being far more limiting than even Mirage is just kind of dumb. Don't.
Escape! You coward!
Oh my god. Okay, so I feel like that might actually be something I want to test. So if I eject out of a climb leap, will that mean that I always dive, or will I always trigger a dive on non-standing objects? I wonder. That's something I want to test. Like if I do a... I wonder if that's a thing, like... If I trigger a climb leap, will I always dive from non-standing, or will I always dive to non-standing objects? I wonder. Maybe if I'm, like, not directly above them. That might be something I want to test for another parkour run. So if I'm, like, always below like, if I'm always below a non-standing object and then I do a climb leap and I cancel it with an eject, it seems like it might always trigger a dive.
Call the watch! Here! The outline's here!
Hey, stop you! I know that face! Face death!
You on the posters.
I've taken...
Stop! Ah! No! Get back here!
Hey, stop!
You there!
Not getting away from me! There, got you! There you are!
Oh my god. See ya.
أتظن ذلك مضحكا؟
أنت أيها المجنون،
أيها الوقح
انتبه
اللعين.
لنفسك.
لن أتحدث طويلا، علي إحضار بعض الكوس واللفت للزوجة. ستوبخني إن لم أعد في الوقت المناسب. جاورنا أولئك الملكانيين، إنهم لطفاء للغاية. تزوج الابن مؤخرا، وعندما رأونا طلبوا منا الانضمام إلى وليمتهم. قوم لطاف مع أنهم إغريق. اعتبرني متذمرا، لكنني لا أشعر بأن صاحب الشرطة يدير حراسة المدينة بشكل جيد على الإطلاق. قضيت ساعتين في الطابور عند باب العنبر البارحة. هذه التأخيرات ضارة بالتجارة.
إنما أتأكد من استيعابك طبيعة الأمور. قد تسير الحياة على ما يرام تحت إمرته.
ارحمنا يا رب.
كف عن ذلك.
Thank you, demon!
أيها السيد.
They are looking for me.
كيف حالك؟
Hold on.
Your stench must have warned them off.
إنني أسهر طوال الليل قلقة بشأن وصول المرض الذي إليه.
احذر أيها
It's doing the thing again.
I need to go home.
It's a lot like the picture, no?
يمكننا جمع
Almost shot myself.
Hey, stand back.
وافق أخيرا على شرح طريقة عمل
عمل ذلك الطائر الآلي لي. يقول إنه يحل مشكلة الاحتكاك التي تواجهها مع التجربة. سآتي لمساعدتك، لكن ليس هذا الشخص.
Call the watch! This is that man
Not
they're
interested.
hunting.
Go.
There goes my son.
You won't get away with it, thief.
Hey, that's... Call the watch!
The old commander would not have stood for this.
I'll silence you! Damn you, get away from me!
That arrow caught me there. Just the flesh wound. Left a nasty scar.
Are you mad?
ما سبب كل هذه الجلبة؟
I love that.
أنت أيها
I love doing that. Having sleep makers is so fun. Though I do wish that you could just modify it so it also doesn't make noise, but you can apply different effects to it. That would be so fun.
I'm warning you.
Oh, you're warning me? I love that.
Go now.
Stop, wait, what? Hold on.
See?
Die now.
Let me guess. Nope.
You can't hide from us.
What was that?
Wait. Let me check. Yeah, he politely asked, I'm pretty sure you're the bad guy.
What? Won't take long!
Damn.
What? Faster! Faster!
Huh? Who's...
Hey, what? Hold up! You can't.
Hey, playtime's
Oh,
over.
fuck.
That. There.
Nope.
أيها القتالة.
That won't save you.
Never find me down here. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here. I'm fucking tired. So, yeah. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm done here. So, thanks for watching, and I'll be back sometime, I guess. I'll see ya.